Let her go home, yeah. Let her go home.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for being with us today, each and every week, as we gather for our dear Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut in faith, prayer, and education every single week. Wendy from Wales has typed in where she's watching from. I invite all of you to do the same. Let us know who you are, where you are, and even if you're here every week, it's okay. Tell us where you are today. And so welcome everyone. We have a really I think going to be very relaxing show today. It's going to be very nice. Before we get into relaxing too much, I want to check in with Howard and Alejandro. Alejandro, you were at the Seaquarium today. How are you feeling? How'd it go?
Yeah, I was there today. I did a Facebook Live. I was praying for Lolita. I was posting picture of the stadium where she has been kept in captivity for over 50 years. I received many messages, about people when Lolita will get released. I said, listen, it's not about our time, about our wishes. It's about her time. We should be patient about that because it's a process that she needs to go through. She's being taken care now. She has been taken care now for deaths. They are working on it. So we must be patient. We should be patient and wait for Lolita. It's about her time. It's not about our time.
Thank you, Alejandro. And in the
You're
meantime,
welcome.
we will do our part in praying for her healing and her recovery, like we do each and every week. And I'm sure everyone watching, I'm sure you do that on a daily basis. So thank you. And Alejandro, thank you so much for being our link there live. It feels like we're there because you're there and you're sharing that experience with us, and it keeps us close to what's happening there. So thank you very much,
You're
Alejandro. We,
welcome.
we
You're
all
welcome.
love Alejandro. Everybody loves Alejandro.
I'm representing you all over there every time.
Absolutely. Thank you. Howard, how are you?
Oh, doing fine, thanks. Yeah, well, I'm waiting for Toki's time too, her readiness to come back, and I hope it's soon. And all is well here. We have some orcas reported this morning to the north of us off Orcas Island, and actually headed over toward Lummi Island. So, of course, where the Lummi live. And those are the transients, the mammal eaters. As far as we know, they're not all identified, so there could be more than one group in there. And we have a humpback right here off Whidbey Island, which is a pretty rare occurrence. In fact, it generated a news story yesterday in the local paper, but that's where we live. So that was kind of exciting. And the weather's nice. It's beautiful here, and I'm looking forward to this wonderful presentation.
I am too, and I have my pillow behind me and my comfy little rolly chair. It kind of rocks back and forth. For those of you watching at home, if you didn't see on the post, you probably want to be in a relaxing spot for this show. So get your yoga mat out or your pillows and enjoy this. We're gonna be talking to, or we're going to talk to Joshua Sam Miller right now. Joshua, how are you?
Hello, Annette. I am doing great. Thank you.
All the way from Germany. It's 10 something at night over there. So thank you for being with us and being willing to stay up late for us. We do appreciate it.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
No, we're so blessed to have you today, and we have lots of folks who watch from Germany. So that's actually pretty cool. Why don't you tell us a little bit about before what you do, who you are? Who are you, Joshua?
Well, that's always a complicated question to answer, but I think in the purest sense, I'm just someone who absolutely adores the natural environment and a creative spirit, for projects and ideas to come through, have been focused mostly on the music over the last few years, but earlier in my life, I had a filmmaking background as well. So now I'm kind of fusing it all together and just making projects that help people connect with the natural world.
When did you start Sounds of the Ocean? What was your inspiration for fusing these and starting Sounds of the Ocean? Can you tell us about the creation of that?
Sure. Yeah, it happened quite naturally and somewhat really by just being in the right place at the right time, honestly, and listening to the flow of life. I was teaching yoga workshops in Northern California in about the fall and summer of 2019, and a guy came to one of my yoga classes, which were focused on how sound can be a helpful way to relax and kind of understand yourself and the world, which was pretty fascinating to me and still is. I was kind of pretty new to the path at the time. And when he came to one of the classes, at the end of it, he said, "Wow, I really enjoyed your music. And if you would ever like to work with recordings of whales and dolphins, please come to my office." And it turns out that he worked at the Monterey Bay Aquatic Research Institute. And I got to listen to their kind of best selection of recordings that come from an underwater hydrophone that's about 21 miles offshore and 4,000 feet underwater in Monterey Bay Canyon, which is an absolutely incredible place to listen to what's happening in the ocean. And when I heard these sounds as a musician and as someone really fascinated by what sound can do, I was just mesmerized and completely blown away. The blue whales in particular and humpback whales really, really spoke to me and were so touching that I just kind of felt in that moment, people need to hear this, and not enough people know what this can sound like. And that was the official start of Sounds of the Ocean. But I think, like most of us who've maybe found something they're really passionate about, it often brings you way back in life too, to maybe when you were a kid. And I was very lucky to grow up a scuba diver and spend a lot of time in the ocean with my parents and family growing up, and really getting to feel how peaceful it is underwater. And I share that because I think the inspiration really did start back then. I just didn't really realize it until much later. You know what I mean?
I do. I totally know what you mean. And I'm so excited. I kind of want to get to the what you're going to share with us today, but I want to set the framework for people.
Sure.
What is something that you, because it's not just, recordings, which, by the way, if you haven't, please do go to soundsoftheocean.com. You definitely want to check out the music. I downloaded the album, or I got too excited. I played it before I downloaded it. So, but I listened to it, and when we talk about, like, for us here, Joshua, like you and I were talking about, we're all here to have a space to gather together for Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut, for Lolita, and for her healing, to hold her in a space of healing. And your music definitely, it put me in a space to be able to do that much more easily. And I felt much more connected. So for those of you watching at home, please check out soundsoftheocean.com and if check it out. I'm sure you would be interested in purchasing some of that music. And then we'll also be sharing a little bit later some links to the music. But what you've done is you've taken the music and the visual. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to be watching, where that was, and how you set that up?
Yes, absolutely. So I've prepared about a 15-minute clip from a live concert that was performed in Costa Rica at a beautiful retreat center that is in Uvita on the Pacific coast. And this is a very special location, I think, in the world, and personally to me, because you actually are looking at a natural formation in the ocean that looks like a whale's tail. And that's what it's called, Bahia Balena, for those who know Costa Rica. And I remember playing this concert, it was actually from last July, almost 1 year ago to the day, actually. And something very special came through on this night, and we decided to film it and to really make a nice quality recording so we could bring the magic to more people. And the concerts usually last about 75 minutes, and we've condensed this down to about a 15-minute section that you can experience, virtually. And it's got some pretty special moments now, especially because we did decide to add some visuals to the audio experience and are now working with some incredible visual artists and underwater filmmakers who have devoted their life to capturing life underwater through the lens. And we're so grateful for all of their work and real artistry to bring this project to life, because it really is a full immersive experience now. And we are starting to share more performances in planetariums and spaces with full immersive video technology. So it's really a way to feel like you are in the ocean yourself without physically going there. And more importantly, without physically needing to bring these creatures to us, which I know is so important to your cause. And I'm so inspired by the work that you're doing to really make that the norm around the world, and especially in Miami. So we will, we'll be getting to listen to about a 15-minute kind of snippet of that live performance. And I definitely echo your suggestion to find a comfortable position to relax. It's okay if you close your eyes and just want to focus on the sound and kind of take your eyes off the screen. That's totally fine. But if you want to watch, I think it's pretty beautiful as well.
Okay, awesome. So we'll give everyone just a couple minutes. Again, if you're just joining us, we're going to be watching a clip from a live performance that Joshua did recently in Costa Rica. If you don't have a pillow with you, go grab one. We'll give you a minute or two to go get something comfortable to sit on, or I don't know, lay down, get ready to relax for 15 minutes. Howard, do you have any questions for Joshua before we get started?
Oh, no, not really. I'm just really eager to get going on it. And I was going to say, I think I have heard that hydrophone in Monterey Canyon with when humpbacks are there. And it's just filled with humpback songs, just nonstop echoing off the canyon walls. It's so beautiful. So I'm looking forward.
It's going to be relaxing. Alejandro, do you have any questions for Joshua?
I'm waiting for the video clip.
You ready? Okay, we're ready. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead
Thank you for everything you do.
Okay. I'm going to, if anyone sees me fall asleep, call my phone so that we can carry on the show when we're done. All right, here we go, everybody. Joshua, thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
As we listen to these dolphins swimming, just remember a moment that you have when you're at the ocean, at the beach. A moment that brings joy and happiness and love. wandered. Coming back to the present moment. Just giving thanks for this practice and all of the majestic beauty of life contained in the ocean. May we do our part to keep it safe, keep it clean, and enjoy it.
Wow. You okay, Howard? Alejandro?
I feel like I was floating in the air.
That's
Thank you so much.
gosh, that's
It
beautiful.
was a suspension of gravity in the world into the ocean world, and oh, those humpbacks, so beautiful, so graceful. They're ballerina dancers, and I love the smoky streaming effects behind them. It gives the motion.
And I love the two orcas you have over there. You have two orcas in front of the where you're playing, two orcas, right? On the mat. I think.
They're kind of a nondescript whale. They could be orcas. They could be
Oh, I
humpback.
got it.
Yes, thank you for
Amazing.
noticing that.
Amazing job. It's good.
Yeah, Wendy says magical, and I think she summed it up. Oh, here's another one, mesmerizing. Yeah, that's two. One wonderful. Wow. It's funny you say that, Howard, because I kind of wanted some lifting of spirit today, and we got that. Literally got that. Had to when I took us off screen because I noticed Alejandro was going and then and I know I was going, so I took us off screen so that everyone can see that in full screen and we can just experience that. Gosh, yeah, I'm still trying to, like, I don't know if you have people like shake or what you have people do to get back in
Yeah,
their bodies, but
yeah. I was gonna say, if you feel a bit, it's gonna need a moment to come back. That's totally normal, and it's a very deep experience. So it's important to kind of come back gently. And um, when I watch the shortened version, it's always a bit abrupt because it really is like a full hour plus journey where you really are kind of mimicking the journey of a scuba dive and starting at the surface and going down into the depths of the sea and then rising back up. And I think really that full journey really does require more time. But I did want to, give a preview, today. So definitely take a moment to like come back and arrive and, give your body a stretch if you need to, like physically move yourself a little bit or have a glass of water, really to let that experience integrate and really fully receive the medicine and the majestical power of those sounds, mostly from the whales and also from the music. It's a deep experience. So I'm
Really?
happy
we
that
were
you.
having a conversation recently, just about 2 weeks ago, actually. We had Pierre Robert de la Tour on our show, and he's known as the Orca Whisperer. And we were talking about sounds, and I had emailed you a while back, but you were traveling. I think I had emailed you, I don't know, May or June, and he had an interesting perspective. He said, they all have their different dialects and their families, different communication, but he was saying, also that he thought some sounds maybe weren't words, some sounds were just there for healing. Some of the sounds that the orcas make provide healing. And then I thought I need to reconnect with Joshua because we were just it all just, it ties in. Like, what are your thoughts about that? Because I know it's healing for us, and I think so for you to bring that to us in this way is just I don't know, it's just beautiful. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that there's sounds that they make just for healing?
Gosh, that's a great question. I think I think their natural communication is, just so peaceful and so beautiful in its sound, in the way it sounds, and also the space that's left in between what they say to each other. We don't really know what they're saying, and I enjoy the mystery of that as a musician, for sure, improvisational one. Um, my friend and I guess supporter of this project, Dr. John Ryan at the Monterey Bay Institute, told me that they think this actually is a love song between two humpbacks that are having a mating call. So, maybe we're feeling some of that in that recording, of what that whale is searching for, which is connection. And I think that's something that everyone's searching for. So they can really teach us a lot about how to build that if we're able to listen, I think.
Couple of comments coming up that I want to, or actually we do have a question. Christina wants to know, is there a way to buy an actual CD?
Thank you, Christina. Yes, we have a download available on our website. We don't have physical CDs right now, but we're looking at getting those in the future. But we do have the music available as a digital CD on the music store online. And I'm really glad you mentioned that, because we are actually supporting a nonprofit called Oceanic Global with the downloads of this album until the end of the year. So please consider buying it instead of just streaming it on Spotify and Apple and everything, because your purchase will go to support ocean conservation.
Couple more comments. So my friend and massage therapist, Leonette Lucero, she says, necessary for the world and my massage practice. So yes, Leonette, please get it so that next time I get a massage, I can get a massage to that. I'm good with that. You guys want to come to New Mexico and experience that as well. And then Christina said, perfect for Reiki. For sure. You guys, this is all very, very healing. Rita says, even this left brainer began to shift energy. Right on. And Gloria says, it felt like a massage that ended too soon. Yeah, I mean, just all these really, really great comments. Christina, I'll try to help you figure out how to get this on a CD. She says she's old school. She loves the CDs. So
okay. Yes, you can always go the route of downloading the files and burning a CD.
Yeah. That's awesome. There's a lot I want to ask you, but I'm still trying to get back in my body. So that's why I'm just focusing on some other people's comments. But we're lucky because we're watching on a screen, so we're able to see all the visuals. That is part of the experience. And so do you mind to share just a little bit more about some of the upcoming shows that you have and how people are going to be able to experience that?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just finished a bit of a big tour that included some performances at World Oceans Day and the United Nations Ocean Conference in Lisbon. And we're so excited about everything that's happening now, because we are starting to perform in planetariums and immersive domes and full dome spaces that really allow you to witness all of these beautiful images at a life-size giant screen format. Oh, thank you. That's a perfect illustration. This was taken from our premiere of the immersive experience in Los Angeles at the beginning of the year. And there's something so special about really feeling the presence of these these images and these creatures at a life-size ratio. It really makes you feel, we've heard from some audience members, that you're right there with them. It's you can you might have to actually take the website off the screen for a moment to see the bottom of the photo too, because you can see the stage, and then that gives you a sense of the scale of what one of these experiences looks like. And At the moment, we're booking the next tour. So the best way to stay in touch with us is to sign up for the newsletter, which is on the website. And that will get you to be the first to know when we have any new performances coming up in a planetarium. Looking to do a United States tour in the fall and a bit of shows in Europe as well. This is an image actually that shows one of our artists from France who makes incredible artwork out of oil paintings. And we commissioned him to create this piece for us, which really helps you drop into the meditative, I think, experience very, very well. Because as much as this is a journey to travel within the ocean, it really is a journey to travel within yourself. And this is our featured dancer at the moment. Her name is Elisa Line, and she concludes the show with a beautiful dance ritual that really brings you back from the journey in a very special way. So we're very lucky to have her, and she might be doing some training coming up. So we might not have her at all of the shows, but we're lucky to have her when we can. And we're just so excited about everything that's going on. So there's there's a lot happening. And the best way to stay in touch is just through the newsletter on the website and checking out the events page there as well.
And Christina wants to know if you're going to be touring Washington when you go to that.
So do I.
I think you're going to have to, Joshua.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's find some planetariums, make it happen.
We know a few people in Washington. Huh, Howard?
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I was going to ask the same thing.
That's
I hope
awesome.
you can include Seattle or around Puget Sound.
And we are also developing some formats that will be installations instead of live shows, in order to reach more people and really share this with the world, because it's just, it's only so limited how much time is in a month or a year. So we can't be in as many places as we want to be live, but we will be hopefully having that ready next year for starting to tour and do an immersive experience.
Yeah, it seems so adaptable. It's a beautiful meditative, deep immersion experience, even on a laptop screen. So imagine a planetarium or any domed theater or any IMAX theater or any theater, any flat screens theater. I think it would have a beautiful, beautiful effect. So it's ready for prime time and ready for the people, I do believe.
Thank you, Howard. I really appreciate that. It's been a labor of love for about 3 years now for me, and it's just so wonderful to hear feedback like that and really feel it in people when they leave.
Yeah.
Well, what a benefit, what a healing for us all, I think. Experience
Yeah,
that.
we need it.
Yeah, I
Thank
put
you.
a link there. Someone did mention that you're on Spotify, and so I put the link there so that people can in the Facebook, I put the link, and I'll go through and in YouTube in just a second and make sure I have the link. We're streaming to all kind of places today, guys. So we're streaming on my page. We're streaming on the Orca Network, Lolita page. We're streaming on Sounds of the Ocean page, and we're streaming on TokiTV on YouTube too. So we're all over the place. So I'm not sure how that works. I think I might have to go post the link in a few places, but I promise when you go back, you'll have the links to Spotify, and actually the link, when you open it up, you can listen on Spotify, you can listen on Apple Music. The link will take you to whichever app that you use for Rita said there's a traveling immersive Van Gogh exhibit. I don't know if you've seen that. That might be an idea to pursue.
Yes, we have been so inspired by that show and are actively developing something very similar. So if anyone has any interest in that world, feel free to reach out to me directly. We are in the middle of a big fundraise and production plan to make that come to life. So
I think you get a lot of support from the people watching here. I mean, all I'm thinking is, okay, you're going to start booking in the fall, and early into next year, and we're all praying for a return here soon for Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut. So, maybe we talk about how many things are just lining up. So maybe this could be a welcome home type of thing as well, Joshua, when you were there in Washington doing this. Maybe it'll
Wonderful.
line up right about the right time.
Let's do it. I would be honored.
That's the plan. I know I'm going to go back, and because I was really trying to make sure I stayed semi-present, but you'll notice today for the first time we did not do an opening prayer, but we knew that the entire show was going to be a spiritual experience. So Joshie, thank you for leading us on that as well. And I know I plan to, and whoever wants to join me, send me a message. I plan to do this throughout the week, to just rewatch this, listen to that, have my eyes closed and just imagine her and praying for her. So I'm taking this on as part of my prayer spiritual practice that I do daily for her. And so Joshua, thank you for contributing in that way. I really do appreciate it. Alejandro?
Well, I want to say, Joshua, I bought your album.
Oh, you just bought it? That's awesome.
Gracias, amigo. Thank you. Thank you.
I bought it. So I suggest everyone to buy his album. It's amazing, and I'm gonna use it. Just to burn some candles and sumerios when I play. When I put it on the Lolita's photo, Lolita's picture. Just to pray for her. So I suggest and invite everyone to support this gentleman.
Oh, thank you so much for your support, and please send me a video when you do that. I would love to see it. And
Of course.
enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Annette, I don't want to bother you with this message, but don't forget to invite the people. We have a new event. Just everybody can send a video. You remember
Oh, yes.
the video. Don't miss that. It's very important. Now
Yeah.
we got the Lolita's anniversary coming soon.
We can talk about that real quick. Orca Network, and maybe Howard, maybe you're best to speak about every year on the anniversary of the captures in 1970. Orca Network does an event. Do you want to talk just a little bit about the history of that, Howard?
Well, sure. We really began in 1998. Actually, Susan organized the first one. I was in Miami at the time trying to campaign for Toki. And Susan organized this gathering on the banks of Penn Cove, where Toki was captured, and brought in some people who witnessed the captures and a diver who was actually a part of the captures, John Crow. You may have seen him in Blackfish. He was so moved, a burly, hefty diver, but he said it was just the most heartbreaking thing he'd ever seen. He had no idea what he was going to experience when he took the job. And what he remarked on mostly was that it took several weeks for the calves, the young ones that they wanted to be collected and lassoed and netted and hauled out. During that entire time, all of the other members of the community who could have left, the nets were dropped for them. They could have gone away, but they stayed the entire time, and they were very agitated and very vocal, and they were looking around, and their presence was felt and their anguish was felt the entire time. But then when the last one, who he believes was Toki, was lifted out of the water, so that acoustic connection was broken. She was removed from their world. And when they slowly turned and left Penn Cove, it just tore him to pieces. And he's told that story many times and supported what we're doing to bring her home many, many times. So that was the start, along with a boat ride in Ketch, a little sailboat that has been, anchored there at the inn. And so it was a momentous occasion. And so every year on August 8th, we've had a gathering, we've had music, we've had witnesses, we've had a trip out to the site of the captures, and we've had wreaths and we've had flowers to commemorate the occasion and to try to bless and heal the waters a little bit. And it's just been a very deep experience for everybody every year. And this year it'll be a little different. It'll be well, for one thing, it'll be virtual. It'll be entirely online, but it will be with many, many folks who will be telling what it means to them for her to come home. How does it feel emotionally? How do they see that unfolding? How do they think they will feel, and what are the sort of the overall, the sort of the spiritual and the whatever it means to them, however it heals, however it brings them peace and resolution, is what we want to hear from people. So we'll be
Howard just said it. I mean, talking about the event, although it's a very sad day in history and heartbreaking, but acknowledging that did happen. Christina said here, they never returned. Her pod never returned to that area, and it's heartbreaking. And the event every year has been to, we met this week and we were talking about, blessing and healing the waters, and you guys, for the first time in 52 years, this is coming up, by the way. The show is going to be August 7th. And Orca Network is partnering with TokiTV, so it's going to be live and it's going to be on our show. To bless and heal the waters, that's what her return is going to do for her entire pod, for everybody there. And so we did put out a call to action, if you will, on the page to submit a video. It can be a few seconds up to a minute. If you feel it should be longer than a minute, go ahead. We're not going to limit you. But letting us know what does Toki's return mean to you. And the Gmail setup for this campaign is pretty easy. It's TokiTV 2022 at gmail.com. And so you can send videos. And if anyone needs help filming the video, taking the video, we can do it on a platform like this. I can do that with you one-on-one, or you can do it with your phone. But thank you, Alejandro. This is not, there are so many organizations, there are so many people fighting for her return. And this is for everyone. We're coordinating it, but it's not our thing. It's all of our thing. It's every single one of you who are watching, every single one of you who pray for her, every single one of you who make a comment or a post on your own page, on any of the pages, who start your own page. I mean, there's people who have started their own pages. We're all one, one heart, one mind. That's we keep saying that. And so this is something for all of us. We definitely want to hear your voice. We want you to be part of this with us. And this is a way to unite everybody. We can go on and on about that, and I don't want to take up too much of that, but thank you, Alejandro. We definitely wanted to share that announcement with you all today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, send me a message on Messenger or scroll through our Lolita Chokotay page on Facebook, and you scroll down, you'll see it, or on my page as well. So thank you guys for that. Videos are coming in. I just want to share that videos are coming in, and it's very touching. And so don't wait to the last minute, please. But July 29th is the deadline, so that we can get something put together very nice for all of you, from all of you. We really appreciate it. Joshua, feel free to send us a video. I'll send you another link. And I'm going to definitely hook you up with Alejandro and with Howard and everyone on an email, just so we can all keep in touch. And Joshua, you're welcome to join us whenever you want. I do want to do a couple of announcements because we do have people in Germany. Ola is one of our faithful watchers with Sea Shepherd, and she watches faithfully. And so I don't know where these are, so you might want to talk just a little bit about it, but I know they're there.
Sure. Yes. So we are doing a couple of performances in Europe this summer, and we'll be at Garbage Festival, which is in Poland on the weekend of August 6th. This will be music only. We won't do visuals here. It'll be outdoors, and it's a really cool art and music festival. On September 3rd, we've got the event at a very special spa called Toscana Therma, and they have something called the Liquid Sound Club, which will have underwater speakers for you to listen to the music whilst you're in the pool and bathing in water, which is pretty cool. It's the first time I'll be doing that, so I'm really looking forward to it. And one more event at Soho House here in Berlin, which is now my home city. So I'm excited to be sharing locally, and we'll probably be having some planetarium events as well. We're still working out the dates for those, so we'll let you know as soon as they're confirmed.
That's so great. And just from the comments, you're going to have lots of help here in the U.S. setting this up. So lots of IMAX in Las Vegas, Nevada. So
Wow.
There you go. There's some there too.
Great.
Miami for sure. I don't see any other questions. If anyone has any questions, you have just a couple of minutes to get those in. But Alejandro, for those that may not have heard, in the beginning, you were there at this aquarium today. Do you want to just share about that again real quick?
Yeah, like I tell everyone, we have to keep praying for Lolita, sending her good vibes, and just stop asking about our time. It's not about our time, like what we wish. We wish now. No, it's not about. It's about for healing. It's about her time. It depends on her. It's not on what we do, what we want. It's a process need to go through. The vets are taking care of her. Friends of Lolita, lamination. Everybody's doing its best to help Lolita back home. Everybody wants that. So we need to wait. We need to be patient. And another question is to Joshua. I forgot to ask you. Just at what time you do this meditation? Because I forgot to ask you, was in the morning or by the evening in the video clip?
Great question. This was in the evening.
Oh,
at,
in the evening.
sunset.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
Yes, and I would recommend probably listening to the full album more in the evening than in the morning, unless you want to be really chill that day.
Yes.
Definitely tell me how it goes if you use it in the morning, but I've found it's best in the evening.
No, if I do in the morning, I will not go to work.
Which
I
is
will get tired.
okay.
So don't suggest me to do that.
Don't do it right before
No.
speaking with the potential
It's
guest.
dangerous.
We'll say that. I did.
Dangerous.
I listened before, and I was getting ready to talk to Joshua. So when I got on the phone with him, I was like, it's going to take me a minute to get myself together. So don't do it right before an important meeting, unless you need to be in a very meditative space for your meeting. I'll just say that.
Thank you.
It was absolutely wonderful. Joshua, anything we did not share that you want us to share? Any words of hope for Lolita as well? I mean, you were just so gracious about, in your very first response to my very first email, is like you would love to join the cause for her. And so your heart's with her as well. Is there anything you want to share with us?
Yeah, just gratitude for the work that you're all doing and for this community. It's so inspiring for me to really meet fellow ocean lovers and whale and dolphin defenders. I think we have a lot in common, and really applaud you all for your efforts and just kind of getting started here on the work that you've been doing for a long time. So it's nice to understand some of the lineage that's kind of moving into in this new phase of my life, and I'm hopeful. I really feel like you're getting close to a long-awaited goal, and look forward to be there when she's free.
Yeah, thank you. Any other announcements? Anybody? Any other announcements, Howard? That I'm still getting back. I prepped for this and everything, but I'm still getting back in my body. So, any other announcements, Howard, that I did not share?
No, I don't think so. I think our August 7th event is the announcement to make. But I'm excited with Joshua for your embarking on this career path, on this bringing us such a beautiful experience that is. I was going to say grounded, but it's really ocean. It comes out of the ocean, out of that 3D, wraparound multisensory experience of the ocean. You're bringing it to people, and in such a beautiful way. And I really appreciate that, and wish you the greatest success.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for all your conservation efforts as well. I know you support a lot of organizations, and you include that message in your music and in your shows about being kind to the ocean and doing your part. So thank you for using your gift to spread awareness. We really appreciate you. I hope you do consider coming back on the show. We would love to have you again, and
Sure.
hopefully before you announce your US tour, you can come on
Okay.
here and announce it. That would be awesome.
Sounds great.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next week. Remember, keep praying. Don't give up. We are going to bring her home. Bye, everybody.